That boy Houdini back with another one. Really want y'all to understand the concept of the closed curtains. The reason I brought this up because just a minute ago, shout out to that boy Blackbeard Mirage. Today's that boy's new beginning of a new decade. You know what I'm saying? New age and a whole new enlightenment that's going on right now that y'all niggas need to be prepared for in the near future. I want y'all to look out for Blackbeard Mirage. Check out Sebek Houdini, the other channel I have. Check out my boy, my boy Richard Kane. He got some real funny ass comedy videos. I want y'all to check out a lot of shit that I'm gonna have coming up. With people I'm collaborating with, that's been really going on behind the scenes in Scorpio&Sebek universe for years. And, things is, finna get really be at that level. And I just want niggas to understand right now, this is a real, like, closed curtain mentality, that's getting ready to be a rose. I've been thinking a lot about, one of my favorite cartoons growing up was Arthur. And, and a lot of people in the cartoon remember Arthur. He was always the one who, who was real curious, but, he always kind of had, knew how to handle his situations. And you had his friend Buster. But out of all the characters on there, I'm not going to lie, one of the ones that always stood out to me, and she always had like a real connection to me, was that girl, Muffy Crosswire. And everybody didn't like Muffy Crosswire because she always would have her nose up at things. Whenever they would, be trying to get involved in activities, the activities they would get involved in wouldn't be really glamorous enough for her. It would seem like something that would be too poor for her, something that's not good enough. And they always didn't like her because she always looked at them like they just weren't really good enough and up to her quality of how she saw life. And, and I could always relate to her character because, I always have kind of, been in that position where I always kind of had my nose up, kind of at my friends and, and my peers, because I always had something that they didn't, because I always had to work hard to get it and they didn't have it. I mean, I'll give you an example. When I had my car, for instance, when I was 16 years old, I got my first job at McDonald's. This was prior to me doing the game reviews. And I had actually saved up some money and bought my first car. And I noticed even just through that in the beginning, just seeing how, you just being able to have transportation and get around, how people would just act over that. But now it's at a level where we now have empires and, we now have businesses and we can now employ people and pull them out of their situations and things like that. But it's like, yeah, it's good to have the ability to do that. But like I said in the previous video, misery enjoys company. So, you don't want to make yourself miserable trying to bring somebody else up. So it is a certain way that you have to do this shit. I gotta be honest, like, I have more of a, a lot of people don't really know me personally. You guys have seen my game reviews. You guys have seen, just my videos of me talking about independence and everything. But trust me, I mean, Ebenezer Scrooge, he didn't become Ebenezer Scrooge by just being nice. This journey really can make you really miserable, and it can make you kind of like have your nose up at a lot of things as well. That's why I brought up him and Muffy Crosswire, because, you really do start to kind of get that mentality where it's like, I'm kind of like, in the position I want to be at now. So, if y'all don't get it, it is what it is for y'all. Cause, it still kind of makes, made me think back to the days whenever we used to be in school. And I remember it was certain guys that actually used to look at the fact that they got kept back like it was cool. Cause they would look at it like they would be able to, to get like different girls that were younger that might be easier for them to get. They may look at it like they, the work might be a little easier. They may seem smarter to their peers because they probably have already seen it, and they actually may think that's cool. But it's like, if we in goddamn 12th grade and we about to go to college and you failed the high school graduation test, or you failed, you didn't have enough credits to graduate, it's not like we gonna look at you like you cool. And, and it's like, if you can imagine how it used to be then, being in high school, then when you have your business and you have your success in life and you driving around in your car and traveling around the world and stuff, and your peers are still working jobs and living this minimum wage lifestyle, you got to look at it after a while like, hey, it's like, everybody ain't going to be the same in this thing. So just want to bring that up because, a lot of people may not know me personally, but I have a real like crosswire like attitude. So, just prepare, because Houdini definitely got some tricks when it comes to, talking about independence, because there's a lot of things involved in this, metaphysically, psychologically, and of course, economically. Everything that's involved in this has a lot of aspects. So be aware of this.